purpose of this video is to discuss PNF stretches. So just like how I talked about in the lecture video, there are 3 different types of PNF stretches that I want you to know. There is the hold relax, the contract relax, and the slow reversal hold relax. So I'm going to use Cole as my model, and I will demonstrate this using the hamstrings as our target group in order to increase range of motion. So first I'm just going to start with a passive stretch. So Cole is going to completely relax, and I'm just going to passively bring him into hip flexion. I'm just taking my left arm and stabilizing his knee or his distal thigh just to make sure that this leg stays down on the table. This would just be a passive stretch. For the hold relax PNF stretch, I'm going to ask Cole to gently push his heel into my hand. So that's going to be a isometric contraction of the hamstrings. And I'll cue him to say, I want you to fire about 20 to 25% of your maximum strength of the hamstring. So he's not going to kick all the way down to the table. He's just going to hold this position, activate about 20%, and just kick into my hand. A little bit stronger. There you go. I'm going to hold for about 10 seconds. 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Now Cole's going to relax. And then I'm just going to passively bring him into slightly further range of motion. So that is for the hold relax. For the contract relax, again, I'm going to passively bring him into hip flexion. Again, bringing him to about his end range. And now I'm going to have him concentrically contract his hamstrings and bring his leg down, straight down into the table, so almost going into hip flexion. Again, I'm going to take him slightly off his max range of motion before I actually have him contract his leg all the way down, just so that we make sure we're not overly straining the muscle fibers. So again, Cole is going to kick into my hand, again about 20 to 25% of his maximum, and he's going to kick all the way down to the table. So go ahead. Good, and I'm just slowly resisting him all the way down. Good, and then he's going to relax, and then I'm passively going to bring him back up into hip flexion. So remember, that is the contract relax. Good. So for the last PNF stretch, that is the slow reversal hold relax. So again, he's going to start with just passive hip flexion stretch. Good. He's going to then move into an isometric contraction of his hamstrings. Excuse me, just like before, where he is going to contract his hamstrings about 20%. It's an isometric hold, so he's just going to keep his leg in the air. So go ahead and kick down into my hand. Good. Again, holding for about 10 seconds. Good. Now what he's going to do is contract his antagonist muscle. So if the agonist muscle group are the hamstrings, he's going to contract his quads and his hip flexors. So he's going to basically actively bring his knee towards his face. So bring your leg all the way up. Good. Hold here. Hold for about 5 to 10 seconds. Go ahead and relax. And then as a clinician, I'm just going to passively bring him into further hip flexion. So that is the slow reversal hold relax.